Okay, so now that we're alone. Okay, so we wanted to do a video talking about how motherhood has changed us and what we learned so far. So,
we haven't introduced ourselves.
Oh. My mind is like this.
No, okay. You're fine. I totally get it. That's why I told you let's write it down. We'll forget if we don't.
Okay, so you introduce yourself and then.
Okay. Hi, it's your girl Luchi.
Hi, it's Ify.
Oh, is this gonna be my channel, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so today's video, in today's video, we're gonna be talking about motherhood and how motherhood has changed, or how motherhood has changed our life, our views on motherhood, and how it affects our relationship, work, and just all the different aspects of our life. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So we asked you guys to give us like discussion topics and questions. So the first one was like how life changed as soon as we got home from the hospital. So you go first.
So when we first got home, it was the first night was wild because like I didn't know what to expect. I thought, you know, like Cami was like crying and I was just like, okay, but I'm nursing him, like why is he still crying?
And was your mom here yet?
No.
Oh my gosh.
No,
I couldn't have done it.
Yeah, no, it was
oh my God.
It was intense. The first week was intense because I gave birth a week early. So anyway, the first night he was just like really restless, which was weird because in the hospital I thought he was chill, but it turned out he might not have been chill. I just didn't know, but because the nurses would take him away, so I thought I didn't know what was going on when they took him. He probably was crying, and I didn't know. So when we came home and he was crying, I was just like, "What is going on? What's happening to my peaceful, perfect baby?" And then anyway, it got resolved. It turned out he just had some breastfeeding issues. So that very first week was kind of like it was tense because, you know, as a mom, when your baby's crying and you feel like you can't help them, it hurts. Like it cuts deep. And so well, we went through that week, and eventually my mom came and it helped out a lot, and it just got better. The first week was rough, but after that, like it got so much
remember when we first came home, my mom was here, but like it's rough because it's like the nighttime is rough because they wake up and then you're like, okay, feed, and then go back to sleep and then wake up again, and then like you're already tired. And then I just remember I think I cried every day for a week. I think there's a time that I cried every single day for the first week that he came home because I'm trying. Oh yeah, we had breastfeeding issues too. So I was like, I don't know, like do I breastfeed or not? Like, but give him formula, but is he allowed to have formula because he's just a newborn? And I was like, so what's the order? Do you feed, pump, and then breastfeed, or which way do you, like which direction do you go? Yeah, it was confusing, and then eventually, when we had our first appointment with the doctor, we've kind of figured it out a little bit. And then as you go on, it gets better. You just like go with the flow.
Yeah, we also had the breastfeeding thing, and our doctor is amazing because she just told me, she was like, girl, it's okay. Like your first week is gonna be hard. Most moms suffer the first few weeks with breastfeeding, and you'll get past it. But for now, your baby needs to eat, and more than anything, he needs food. So just let go of the judgment, let go of the worry. Baby needs to eat. He's always gonna love you. You're his mother. Breast milk, formula. You know, and that really put my mind at ease because I was freaking out.
Yeah, same with me and mind at ease because when she said, just breastfeed him, then pump, then formula supplement. And I was like, so is it okay to give him a bottle? Because you know how they say like, oh, you shouldn't give them like a bottle for confusion. So I was like, do I give him a bottle? And then at first she was like, yeah, just you have a bottle at home. And I was like, do I have a bottle? Yeah, I have a bottle. Like I was so like not here.
Yeah, you're like it's like they're talking to you, but your mind is in like a million places.
Yeah,
like,
and then she's like, do you have a pacifier? I'm like, oh, we don't. So she gave us one, and then I was like, okay, we have to buy a pacifier because I wasn't sure you ought to give a baby pacifier now. Like, it was so confusing.
The nurses didn't even ask me; they just shoved one in his
mouth.
Yeah,
she was like, no, because the doctor was looking at him, and she was like, where's his pacifier? I was like, oh, am I allowed to give him one? She's like, yeah. And I was like, what about confusion? She said, oh, if baby wants to eat, baby's gonna eat. So
so
it felt better. So, that first week is rough, and it hits you like you know it's gonna be rough, but you know it's gonna be rough, but you don't know how rough until you actually have to go through it. And
you know the thing, rough. I don't even know that I knew it would be rough. I never thought about it.
I did.
You did?
Yeah, but it still wasn't. you don't even know how bad it is until you have to go through it. Yeah.
No, I didn't know what to expect. Like, I literally went in blindly. Plus, I didn't even know when I was gonna give birth. So I just like walked in and I was like, okay, first week, whoo.
You know what I went in blindly is not reading up and researching about breastfeeding. I just thought that it's just automatic, like you just start breastfeeding. I never thought of what if it doesn't work out. And that's what happened to me. And I feel like I regret not even like looking into it and like learning about it, learning about pumping, how to pump schedules. Like I never.
But you know the thing, Ify, like you could literally read every single thing, and then it won't be until you experience it. So like that's what like motherhood has just taught me. Just go with the flow.
Go with the flow, and what works for you will just do what works for you.
Yeah, that's
just do what works for you. All right, next topic: husband-wife relationship. So how has it changed? Like, you know, like your roles, like, you know, how does everyone help out and pitch in? Like, so how does it go for you?
Go first.
Me? Okay. So, I don't even know where to start. So I knew that Chris would be very helpful and stuff like that, but I feel like I didn't, and I know that they say like, you know, sometimes when new babies come in, your relationship kind of, you know, you guys fight a lot and stuff like that. And, you know, you see your partner differently. So I was just like, oh yeah, everyone doesn't get sleep. So yeah, you'll bicker a lot. But then it's like, you don't understand, you know, the things you'll be like back and forth about until it really happens.
Until it happens, yeah.
So it's like, and it's like, you don't know what you're doing. And then the baby doesn't know what they're doing. The partner doesn't know what they're doing. So it's like, everyone doesn't know what they're doing. So it's like, yeah. So I feel like there was times when it was tense. Like it would be in the middle of the night, it would be tense. And I'll just be like, so snippy with Chris, like, oh, why didn't you just like, you're not helping me. And then he just sits there and just like, babe, just calm down. And I'm just like, what do you mean calm down? The baby's crying. I'm trying to do this. You know,
that's a good thing. Like when you're with a good man and they know you, because as a new mom, you're hormonal.
Yeah.
You're tired. You're stressed out, and you don't mean to come off, you know, in a mean way, but it comes out like, you know, does come out. And it's like
mean.
Just the way like mothers, like the way we care for children is different. Like a man could try, like he could be trying his best, but it's just different. Like when you give birth to the baby, you know, and like for me, so with Rafiki, like there were times when I would be like, you're not doing this right. You're not doing this right. And he's trying. But I don't, to me, I'm like, it's not good. It didn't look
and then,
good enough.
I know exactly, because he'll be trying. I'm in my mind, I'm just like,
don't
you know?
Like, what are you doing?
Like, what are you doing? Like, you know, what? I would be thinking that. And like, and I would pull myself not to say it out loud. Like, what are you doing? So I'll just be like, just let me do it. Like,
I know. And you know what? Like, he didn't say anything right away. Like initially,
Chris didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything. Then eventually, like actually, it was not until like last week or 2 weeks ago, he was like, "Oh, Luchi," like every time, because Cammy was crying, and then I can take, you know, how it is when baby's crying,
crying, you can't function.
And so then I went to go grab him like I always do, and then Rafiki was like, "No, don't grab him, leave him." And I was like, well, he's crying and you're not like, you know, like
trying to soothe him,
you know, like soothe him. And he was like, no, he will be fine, leave him. I'm like, I can't take it. And he was like, you know, honestly, like sometimes I feel like you're not, like you think I can take good care of him too. And I was like, I felt guilty because that's never how I didn't know that's how he's been feeling.
So that happened. So that happened one time, and Chris was like, "Don't you know I have like how many other siblings?" I'm just like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Yeah, I know, but this is my baby. Like, like this is my baby, okay?"
You know,
yeah.
No, but true. Like it's like, and then I felt bad because it's like, I've just come to realize I would take whatever he does for what he does. Yeah. It's just gonna be different. Like the way moms care for children, that's why we give birth to them. It makes sense. While we go through everything we go through in pregnancy, it's literally to protect the child. And that's try. Okay, like that's try. And we just have to like just take their effort for it, because they're doing the best job, the best way they know how to do it. Yeah. And then it's like sometimes they know that whatever the baby needs, they can't give it to them. So like they're sometimes Chris would just be like looking at me like, so do you want me to do anything? And I'm just like, no, it's fine. Like, no, it's fine. Like I got it. The baby just needed me to hold them. And they wanted to eat or something like that. So he would be like, do you want me to get you anything? Because I know sometimes dads kind of feel like, like they can't do anything at the moment. No, but no, you can. Yeah. Oh no, you can. I can tell you what to do. But nah. But it's true. It's just like finding that balance between also protecting the child, but still making your partner feel appreciated because they're doing enough. Like,
and the thing is patience. Like everyone, especially the men, have patience with us because you know this. Like we don't know what we're doing either. You know what I mean? So we're trying to figure it out, and it's like you just be patient. Just know that we're gonna be angry at you. You're gonna be snippy. That's just how it is. But
and you know, it's the hormones.
Yeah, it is.
It is the hormones.
And we're tired.
The
last time I slept was before I was pregnant. So.
Yeah. So understand.
Okay, body image.
Oh my goodness. You know, this is a good one.
Yeah.
With body image, I prepared myself for this.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Because like I know what I'm gonna say too.
myself years ago. Years ago I already knew that once I have a baby, things were gonna change. And I'm the type of person, I do not like regrets. Even if I encounter anything that, you know, anytime something negative happens to me, I always try to find a way to flip it because I just don't like regrets. I don't like feeling sorry for myself. I don't like self-pity. I just don't like it. So years ago, the way I prepared myself for the body image changes of being a mother was I just told myself, I said, you know what? I'm not always going to look like this. And this is life, this is reality, and you know what, I'm gonna accept how I am right now, take full advantage of that. And for me, with that mindset already, that helps me now that I'm already a mom. I have stretch marks, my skin is not how it was before, and I'm fine with it. It doesn't mean there are days when I wake up and I'm like, oh, I wish I could fit into that outfit. But because I dealt with those issues a while ago and I knew it was gonna happen, when it happens to me, I just I think about it and I let it go. I try not to linger in it because that's not gonna do any good for my mental health. That's not gonna do any good for my self-image. And for me, rather than focusing on what I don't have right now with my body, or oh yeah, I'm not able to wear a crop top anymore, I focus on, okay, now I'm actually able to cover myself better and, you know, appeal to a different type of, you know, audience with my, you know, so it's different wardrobe. It's different wardrobe. Now literally I did a whole wardrobe change recently, flipped everything. You know, I told you how I've been you know, wearing vintage pieces. So for me, it's just a different mentality and it's just a different mindset. It's, now I couldn't wear those type of stylish fashion, you know, clothing pieces before, like I used to wear before, but now I can wear something else. There's just always something for every stage you're in life. And this is a new stage of life and I'm just I'm embracing everything. I'm embracing the stretch marks. Yeah, that's just, it is what it is. Yeah.
So for me, looking at other women that have had babies in their bodies, in my mind I was just oh my gosh, your body it's never the same. And I'm oh my gosh, what if, you know, I gain 50 pounds and I can't lose it and my body's different, how will I feel? So I felt I knew that my body wouldn't be the same, but I was afraid what if I don't feel good about myself anymore, you know? So I gained 20 pounds during pregnancy and then I lost it by 2 weeks postpartum. So then I remember after I had the baby and I was still in the hospital, I looked down at my stomach and I was like, oh, I like you.
That's sweet.
I felt I didn't know I would feel like this, but I liked that my stomach looked, I liked how it looked different. It looked funny looking, but I liked it because it made me feel oh, this is what I did for my baby. You know what I mean? So I liked it and I was oh, it doesn't bother me. I was so happy to see my saggy stretch mark skin. I don't know, I liked it. It made me feel happy. I was oh, okay, this is exciting. The challenge to get yourself somewhere, not exactly how you were before, but something like it. And then
and it's just with every phase of life there is gonna be something else. Okay, now we're young, 20, 30 years from now we'll look different. And you just have to find we have to find the good. If we focus on what we don't have, you know, it's exactly like she said, there's a baby, there's a whole human being that was
that grew inside of you,
out of this, you know, just that grew inside. The stretch marks are literally because you were birthing, you were holding a baby, a whole human being. And when you look at it like that and you think about it as a sacrifice rather than a loss, it's easier to deal with it. It's like, it's just it's a lot easier to deal with.
And it's also easier to deal with when you think the fact that your body won't be the same after.
Yeah.
But just accepting that this is a new state.
This is a new you.
Like, new you. And then also to be healthy inside and out, mentally and physically and stuff like that. Just accept your body how it is. But I like the way I look right now. Like it's not perfect, but I like it because it's like, oh, I have a mom body.
Exactly. Now I have a mom pouch,
Yeah. I don't know why I like it, but I like it.
Now I like.
Okay, guess
so
weird.
Now it's like new shapewear. Like I never used to have to wear shapewear.
Me too. Now I'm like ordering shapewear. I'm like, okay, snatch the waist. Like, I have like 3 waist trainers now. Like I don't know. It's fun.
Yeah, no, it's fun. And if you're young right now. I appreciate enjoy it. Like live life to the fullest, like within reasonable limits. But I appreciate where you're at. Before you have a baby, take advantage of that, because you don't want to look back and think or wish that you did something. You know, like wherever you're at in your stage,
enjoy life.
Just live your life to the fullest. And when you get past that stage, you're gonna look back with joy and not
be like, I enjoyed my time. Because the thing about you enjoyed your time to yourself. You enjoyed being selfish. Because like you enjoyed just, I can just get up and go here. I can take a nap any time of the day. You know what I mean? Like now it's like I say, I wonder when I'm gonna get on a nap again.
You know the thing, Ify, let me tell you. So, we're talking about body. Okay, let's talk about nap.
Okay, oh yeah.
I used to be a master napper. Okay, should I say mistress napper?
Mistress.
Girl, look, I could take naps on naps on naps on naps on naps on ending. And I remember when I was pregnant, right? I would tell my coworkers, I'll be like, dude, I don't know how this is gonna happen, but this baby is not stopping my naps. I used to say that because that napping was part of my routine.
Same with me, like at work.
And they would laugh at me because they would be like, oh girl, you're not gonna have time to nap. I'm like, no, you're kidding. Well, let me tell you, when you become a mom, there's this grace and like strength that it is hard to explain, right? Because that napping was the one thing I was worried about of everything. And that's the one thing I don't nap anymore, and I don't know how. And I don't even think about it. It's weird. I'm like, wait, where did my naps go? And how is it that I'm still able to function without napping? And that's the thing about like when you become a mom, there's a certain amount of grace that follows you, and like you'll be capable of doing things that you never thought you could do. And think about it now, we're a mom of 1 kid, you know, and now we're like, oh my goodness, how could I do with 2 kids?
Oh yeah.
And then we'll have 2 kids, like, and then we'll get the strength.
Like you just adapt, like
you
physically,
adapt.
mentally, spiritually, you just adapt.
Exactly.
You know, because there's people that have multiple kids every day, so
and they do it. So they do it. Like literally, we're born for this. So we'll figure. There's a way, and when you get there, like God will give you the grace to keep going. That's literally how it works. So yeah. All
right. So do you see motherhood as an accomplishment?
You wanna go?
Okay. I'll think. Okay. So accomplishment, yes. I would. No, I wouldn't say accomplishment. I would say it as a blessing, because I feel like when I got pregnant and I was, you're growing a baby and then you feel so scared, like, is the baby still alive? Is it okay? Am I eating right? Am I doing everything I need for the baby? Then you remember that there's people out there that can't carry. There's people out there that have multiple miscarriages. There's people out there that have been trying for years, and then, people that have lost babies, So then I think about, okay, I see it just as a blessing from God that I was able to carry my baby until term.
To term, yeah.
And he's healthy and he's okay and stuff. I feel like that made me feel like, okay, pregnancy is a blessing. Motherhood is a blessing, not really an accomplishment. You know what I mean? Like I'm supposed to get a reward or something like that. And I just feel
blessed.
Yeah.
I think that's a perfect answer, because like she said, I don't know, I'll feel like an accomplishment would be like a degree.
Yeah.
But a child, it's almost like too much pressure on a child if you make them your accomplishment, because when you look at them as an accomplishment, and then you already set all these standards that you want them to meet, and there's nothing wrong with as parents setting standards, but at the same time, like, you don't want the child to feel like they a failure if they can't live up to those standards. So Exactly. So it's like an addition to our life. It's not necessarily, oh, one more thing I have to check off my list, you know?
Yeah.
So exactly.
Or like, you know, or like not judging others for not wanting. You know, because now I feel like I understand how some people say like, I don't want kids. Before I was just like, why wouldn't you want kids? Like, you're being selfish. But I'm like, no, you know, having children it's a sacrifice.
It's a sacrifice.
So,
oh my goodness.
So it's like, if someone says, I'm like, I understand how you wouldn't want kids because you have to give yourself, like, surrender your whole self to somebody else.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you can't do that, then there's nothing wrong with
There's nothing wrong with exactly. I have a friend who, like, she didn't want kids, and I was just like, I've always wanted to be a mom, so I didn't understand it, but now being a mom, I totally get it.
Yeah.
Because mothers are selfless. Okay, like, there's a level of selflessness that you have to be the best mother to your child, and that degree ranges. Okay, it's not the same for every mom, but if you already know within yourself that you have so many other things that you want to do for your own self, and you cannot even see how you could sacrifice for another human being, then it makes sense. You know. Yeah.
Some people wouldn't want to have kids. All right, next is self-identity. How do you keep to yourself or maintain yourself or not lose yourself in taking care of somebody else?
I actually, like, this was something I posted about on Instagram, was it yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago. This is really important for me, and this is something I'm very passionate about, because I already had a strong sense of identity before having a child, and I still want to maintain that identity. And it's something as a mom, it's something that you have to be very intentional about, like, intentional. And this is how I deal with it. Okay, this is how I'm dealing with it. There is a stage in life for everything. There's a season for everything. The first few weeks after we got back from the hospital, you know, that, especially the first week, that season was about the child. Okay.
Oh yeah.
There's just no way around it. You still have to take care of you, but it's mainly about the child, you know. And then as you continue through motherhood, like, you're just gonna have to find the balance, because the truth is, sometimes as mothers, like, we feel like, okay, now I, like, just our being and our hormones and everything, just the way we care for children, we think we have to let go of ourselves to become the ideal mom, whatever that looks like.
And the ideal wife on top of that.
And then the ideal wife. But the truth is, when you let go of yourself, you're letting go of part of what made you a wife too. You're letting go of your identity as a wife. You're letting go of your identity as, like, a professional, like, if you're a worker before. And that just leads to resentment. And you don't want to ever resent motherhood. You don't want to ever resent your child. So it is crucial. Like, you really have to find a balance between who you were before you became a mom and who you are now that you're a mother, because being a mother is huge. And so for me, how I deal with that is, literally, I take every single day, I do something for myself. Yesterday, we traveled, so I didn't do anything yesterday, but the day before, I did my nails, I painted my toenails. And, you know, for me, it's just keeping up with my beauty routine, maybe picking up 1 or 2 shifts. I don't work as much as I used to, but I still try to work here and there, because, not as much, but still, because I want to still maintain that identity as a nurse. I love nursing. It's a huge part of me. And so for me, it's just picking up, maybe once a month I pick up a shift, you know, and just continue just having the different aspects of my life also exist while being a mother. So it's just finding that balance, honestly. And it's possible. You can do it. Yeah.
Same with me. It's like, when I came home that first week, the first 2 weeks, I was like, okay, let me stop thinking about something about myself. Let me just think about the baby and get my bearings right. So after a couple of weeks, and I was okay, let me do my makeup. That's what I did. The first thing I did, let me do my makeup for the first time in weeks. I did my makeup, and I was like, okay, this is me. And, like, I was like, how did I do my makeup trying to take care of a baby at the same time? And, like, I learned that. And then it was like, okay, let me record a video. Let me do my hair. like little by little, little by little.
Just keep adding.
Mm-hmm, yeah. And then you get used to it. Then I'm able to go through a day where I can do laundry, I can take a shower, do my hair, do my makeup, record a video, while still taking care of a baby by myself at home. Then, you know, be able to feed myself and my baby. Mm-hmm. Go grocery shopping, come back, unpack.
We're not telling you it's easy.
Yeah, it's not.
But then also, it's not easy, but it's possible, and you're gonna have
just
to
be patient with yourself. You know, and like my to-do list. Literally, like now, even till today, if I did, my to-do list says 2 things. If I can do those 2 things, then I did. Then
you're good. You know? Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Like the first thing could be like wake up and like do your hair. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? The next thing could be like finish laundry. Yeah. Then if I can finish that, then I feel like okay, I did something today. You know?
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah. And then also asking for help. Yes. Because the truth is, to maintain that identity or your new identity as a mom, you need help. It literally takes a village, and you should not let anyone shame you into
help,
not asking for help, into thinking you can do this all by yourself. It is not true. If you try, motherhood literally takes a village. It takes the father, it takes, you know, if you have your mother-in-law, if you have family around, rely on trusted people around you, okay? And so that's literally the way about it, because if you try to do everything by yourself, it's not healthy for you. And if you're not good, if you're not maintaining your own mental health, your physical health as a mom, if you're not keeping up with the things that actually make you happy outside of your child, you're not gonna be the best mom to your child. And
your baby will know.
And your baby would know. You will be a tired, stressed out mom, and baby can feel like babies feel our energy.
Because think about it, like if you're upset and you're frustrated and you're tired, and your baby's just like looking at you while you're feeding, you're thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Your baby knows that you're not looking at them, you're not talking to them. But when you're good, you know, you're talking to your baby, looking at them like, oh, did you like that? You know, so it's like if you're ignoring your baby because your mind is like somewhere else, your baby like notices stuff.
Also even like think about it. If you're stressed out and baby's crying,
you'll be like, oh my gosh, like
you know, and
I don't know what you want. I already fed you today. You know, but then you could just
and then they start feeling unloved, and you know, you never
and they start crying more and stuff. Yeah, so you just want to not be so frustrated when you're trying to deal with them and stuff like that. But maintaining your self identity, you know, having life outside of the house, like you said, going to work. I haven't gone to back to work yet, but I feel like having something to do for yourself outside of the house helps keep you like grounded and sane and stuff like that.
Like then I would even just go for a drive. There were times when I didn't even have time to do my makeup or do anything, but I'll be like, Rafiki, can you get home on time, please? Like I just need to go for a drive. You know?
Oh, that's nice.
And I would just drive for like a whole hour, and he'll be like, where were you? And I'm like, I was just driving. And just being able to drive and listen to music.
And just being in your thoughts
and just being my
uninterrupted.
Like you need alone time. It's important. Having alone time is great as
so you can recharge yourself. All right, next is working mom, but we already talked about
we kind of talked about that.
I haven't gone back to work yet, but so how does it feel going to work and your baby's at home? You know what I mean? Like, do you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm at home? Like, no, do you feel like I can't wait to get home? Or like, do you feel like worried, like, oh, my baby's okay? Do you like call, check in all the time? Like how does that feel?
Okay. For the most part, I'm able to compartmentalize. Like when I'm at work, I try to be at work. When I'm home, I try to be at home. I've been pretty intentional about that before Cami even came into the picture. So that has helped. But you guys, I went back to work, and the first few weeks were I just couldn't do it. So especially because I will be at work and then I'll check in, and then they will be like, Cami's not sleeping, he's crying all night because you're not there. Oh my gosh. And
you work overnight.
And I worked overnight.
Oh my gosh.
So like I felt so guilty because it's like I'm at work taking care of other people, and my son is at home needing me.
Yeah.
You know,
and they know, and they like your baby knows you're smelling you, so it's like if you're not around, they're kind of like looking for that, you know.
And I mean, Rafiki was doing a great job. There were nights when the first 3 nights were rough, but then later it got more manageable. So Rafiki did awesome, like, during that time. Honestly, I don't know how he did it, but the first few nights he would text me and he'd be like, "Oh, Luchi, this guy's not sleeping.
Oh my
you
God.
need to come home." And I'm like, "Dude, how can I come home? Like, what are you talking about? You know?" And it just, I did it for 6 weeks, and I just had to,
Wow.
like, we agreed that it just wasn't working out, because we just had to decide that we just had to figure something else out.
Yeah.
And for us, that what that looked like was me cutting back, cutting back work and just like being more at home.
Yeah.
And so that's where we're at, and it's been working out great. I never, honestly, like, being a stay-at-home mom, ooh, it tempts me. Like,
oh,
I mean,
yeah, I was just saying the other day to, I think, my brother-in-law, I was just like, I can see now how some people are like, after that baby, they just be stay-at-home moms.
Motherhood is a full-time job.
Yeah, it's a full-time job, and then it's like, there's a lot of things that you need to do for your baby to be at home, and then it's like you don't want to go back to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's tempting, but it's just finding a balance. It's achievable, and the truth is, like, not everyone can, being able to make that decision is a privilege.
And I feel like your line of work and mine, we're all able to work based on how many, like, we can pick how you want to work.
Yeah,
so we're lucky
that way.
You know what I mean? But some people don't have that option.
Which, literally, my heart goes out to
I know,
you.
me too, because I couldn't, because like right now I can't imagine leaving, because he's 7 weeks now. A lot of people go back to work at 6 weeks. I can't imagine like leaving my baby at home with who, and like he doesn't have me.
He's 8 months old, and I still haven't gotten to the part where I feel comfortable. You'll get there slowly.
Yeah.
You'll get there. He has,
because like sometimes I was telling you, like, I miss, like, when Chris holds him and I do some like work stuff, like YouTube stuff, like I miss him when he's downstairs, and I was like, he's just downstairs, but like I miss him, like I want to hold him again. And,
Well, the truth is, it gets easier. Like the first week, ooh, your heart's gonna break, and then second week, it's gonna break, but not as much. And then you keep going, and then it gets easier. It literally gets easier. That's why I keep telling you, it's like that grace. Yeah. I wish someone told me that magic word, like, but then again, I probably wouldn't have listened then. But you will get the grace. Like, literally, like, God will just keep giving you the grace to go, and you will do things that you didn't even think you could. Yeah.
All right, and the last thing is, how do we see our moms?
Oh, I know. You wanna go ahead?
Yeah, I feel like I want to start crying now. You go. Let me get myself together.
Whew. I don't want to talk too much.
Are you a crying person?
I'm not gonna cry about it. I've cried my tears about this already, so I don't think I'm gonna cry.
And anything can make me cry.
Yeah.
I'll hold it together.
No, I'm a cry person, but this one I've cried about it. Oh, yeah. But in a very, like, brief way, like, just love your mom. Okay, every single mother out there is trying their absolute best. Like, with the situations we have, with whatever we're dealing with in our relationships and whatever, like, being a mom now just lets me understand how much, like, mothers, it's just too much. It's too much.
It is.
It's too much. And I look at my mom now, and I understand her. Like, if you had asked me about my mom before, the one word I would use to describe my mom before was, she's unique. I used to just say my mom was unique. Like, I didn't know how to describe her to other people. I would just be like, where do I even start? Like, she's unique. And now it makes sense. Like, the way my mom loved us and loves us, and the way, like, she protected us, provided for us, like, just everything. Like, my mom devoted her life to being our mother, and I look at her and I'm like, I don't even know that I could do this, and now it just, like, gives me, like, a very, very deep appreciation for her. And then at the same time, it kind of makes me feel bad, because I wasn't always the nicest child. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I wasn't always the easiest to get along with. My teenage years were brutal, And I look back at those years and I just feel stupid. I feel dumb, and I'm just like. But then again, it's life. You live and you learn. And now that I'm a mom, like, my mom is a queen. Like, to me, she's everything. Like, how could you not love your mom? Yeah. And it's like, no matter what's going on, no matter what you feel about your mother, just know that she wants the best for you. And it might not look like that, but that's the truth. Yeah. Like, that's literally the truth. Yeah.
So for me, I felt like, talking to my sister Inky, the one line I can say is like, okay, now I understand why my mom is crazy. Because having a baby will make you do anything for your child. You know, you'll protect your child in any way. You know, you want to hold them and like not let anyone touch them. Don't look at my baby. Don't touch my baby. You know, I understand how my mom is like crazy. Like paranoid, crazy.
It makes sense.
It makes sense now, and I feel like I understand that. So now it's just like, I feel like I can't say like, oh, I wouldn't be the same crazy mom.
I know. That scares me.
I have already accepted the fact that I'm gonna be crazy like my mom. I might be worse than my mom, more paranoid than my mom, but I understand now why she acts the way she acts. She didn't let us do things because of, you know, like now I think about it, like, no, I don't want my baby to go out with who? To go where? No, you're staying home. Like, you're my child, that's all I have, you know? But it's just like, you don't understand until you have your own child. Your own like body. It's like yourself.
Nobody could explain. Like, you would never understand what motherhood
until you're a mom. You can't fully grasp it in your mind.
And so now, to be honest, like sometimes, well, not even anymore, because now I'm just like, God is in control. But before, I'll be like, why are you doing this? Like, why? It's, you know, motherhood is like, you need help. And like, I used to feel so sorry for other people, because I'm like how, like, you need a lot of grace to be a mom, you know? And it's like, it's just something else. And it just gives you like, your mom is everything.
Yeah. And like my mom, she had 2 babies in diapers, and she was in pharmacy school. And she finished, and like, we were in diapers still. And it was like, I can barely wake up to brush my teeth and take a shower. I can imagine having to go to class every day, taking exams, studying, and you have 2 babies in diapers still at home. I can't. Like this day, I know I can't. I could never.
It's crazy. No, it's crazy.
And she did it.
Doing everything on top of being a mother would teach you that you can do anything. Like, the moment you think you're everything, like you think right now, oh my goodness, and this and that and that, you know, you add motherhood to all of that, and then you realize that you're literally superhuman. Like, you were born for this, you know? And it's crazy. Like, literally, we were born for this. And that's why
that's when you really see your strength. And your patience, and like what you can really handle.
What you're actually capable of.
What you're capable of. It's, I don't know.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
I keep saying, just to get up and go, take a shower, go to the grocery store and come back with the baby is just like when I come home, I have a headache. My feet hurt, my back hurts. I'm just like, oh my God, this was just too much for me. Like, I can't imagine going to school, going to class.
And then your baby hugs you. Yeah. And then it makes it all worth it, you know?
I can't wait till my baby's age.
Yeah.
Because you're saying like, you know, like so seeing your child like want you, like that almost like, I can't wait to feel that. Like,
well, think about it. Like right now, there's a difference between when you hold him and when Chris holds him. He knows.
He knows.
So, you know, it's like every stage, like there's a way they already show you that they can tell that they appreciate you as a mother. Do you understand? It's like, and now it's like, I want to hold him. Like now when Kami cries and like he wants me, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna hug you so much, and then Rafik is like, oh, leave him, he's fine. I'm like, dude, in a year this guy's not gonna want to hug me again. Please let me enjoy this
cuddle time.
You know, it's like, just like, you have to appreciate every single moment, because there'll be a time when he's just gonna want to.
And when people, when people say like, oh, you're carrying him too much, or you don't hold him too much, like, it, you know, you have to, because your baby, think about it, your baby will never be like that ever again. Ever again.
Like, this is, and they grow fast. Yeah. Like, they literally grow fast. I feel like I just had Kamole. He's 8 months old. Like,
I feel like you know what's funny? Like, the last time we were together, we were both pregnant.
We didn't even, I didn't know you were pregnant.
Yeah, I had a feeling, but I was like, I wasn't sure. And now that we're together again, we both have babies or moms to baby boys. You know, that's crazy.
That's insane.
And just less than a year.
Less than a year.
You know what I mean? Like, your life can just go like this for the better. Just like that. Your life is, and then we were saying how, like, when you're like, birthing is like a death to the person you were before, and a rebirth to like the new person you are. But then, you know, you were saying like maybe death is like not a good word to you, but maybe just like a renewal, rebirth.
Like a renewal. There's it's like a new woman has like come out of that process, you know? Yeah, because we're talking about...
And the person that you were before you had a baby, you know, you're not that person anymore. You're a different version of that person.
Exactly. It's like, think about it like this. So let's say you were, okay, I'm terrible with analogies, but okay, let's say you were a Mercedes before, and then you go through birth, and then you come out and you're a Porsche.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a good analogy, isn't it?
That's a good one.
Yeah, so I tried.
And like, say the Mercedes was a white Mercedes, and then it came out as a white Porsche. It still like looks the same. It's still like a white car, but it was like a different version of luxury car.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
Or maybe a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
No, maybe a Lamborghini.
Yes. but just like you're just like a different version of yourself.
Yeah. It's like a stronger, more loving, more passionate.
Yeah.
More like birth, like having a baby, going through like the experience of birthing a child out. It's empowering and it amplifies you as a woman. Yeah.
Speaking of amplify, when I was in labor, I remember the nurses were like, "Oh, okay, honey, you sure you don't even want any meds? Are you okay?" And I told the nurses like, "I'm the strongest person that I know. I'm stronger than anybody in this earth." That's what I kept saying. And they were like, "Oh, okay." And in my mind, I was just like, "Yeah, I am," because I whatever I'm going through right now is something that, you know, it's,
you know, you were born for it.
Yeah. And then after the baby came, I felt empowered. I felt like a new, like I felt like you can't sit next to me right now, because like,
and it's kind of sad,
you know,
I felt some of the nurses, instead of them to empower you, like they're upset because it's weird. Like when I was there and I didn't want an epidural, right? I eventually got one, but before that, like they were mad at me. Yeah. I'm like, dude, calm down.
Yeah, calm down.
Like, like they were upset at me.
Like we can do a whole other video on this about birthing in a hospital, but like it's just calm down. Calm down. Calm down for Jesus.
Yeah. Okay. Is that all of it?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. We're gonna film another video over on Ify's channel. I'm gonna have a link down below. Make sure you go subscribe to her, and I'm gonna have her clothing store down below. It's Ify Yvonne, no, Nkoma. Yeah, it's Nkoma. I was gonna say Ify by Ify and I. Okay, so I'm gonna have Ify's clothing store links down below. It's Nkoma by Ify and Livy. So make sure you check it out. Okay, bye.
Bye.